Hello and welcome to the Peach Belt Network broadcast. Men's basketball right now. Lander University, USC Beaufort, both teams coming in. Well, I should say, Lander coming in 5-2. 5-2 on the season, 0-1 in conference play. USC Beaufort coming in 6-2, also 0-1 in conference play. Both of them looking for their first win of the conference season. Two teams that like to shoot the three. Lander averaging about 28 threes a game. USC Beaufort averaging about 33. USC Beaufort wins the tip, and we are off. Leading this USC Beaufort team, Dominic Eason, 13 points a game. Meanwhile, over on the Lander side, leading things as number 14, Eason, misses his first shot of the day. Over on the Lander side, Terry Leonard Jr. averaging 16.9. This man, Jacob Daniels, averaging 12.6. Big-time freshman, as Bobby Crawford Jr. finds a good position in the paint, lays it up for an easy bucket. USC Beaufort trying to get the ball out quick here. They will. 3-ball. Number 11, Kilminster, misses his first of the day. Inbounding here is Lander, I don't even know what to call it, Lander inspiration story, Navon Mays. Navon, bit of an undersized center, but he does things that the box score doesn't show. He puts in grit, he puts in determination. He is amazing. Spent his first 2 years here at Lander, then went off to greener pastures before finding his way back home, and a beautiful pass there from Mays. Pritzel, Grayson Pritzel, another one. Coach Omar Watad for the Lander Bearcats talks highly of him. Miss by Price. Gets the ball back though, gets it out. Fitzgerald for USC Beaufort sinks the three. As I was saying, Coach Omar Watad in his 6th season speaks very highly of Grayson Pritzel. Pritzel, an excellent three-point shooter. Shooting about 41% from that area of the court. Another thing to look at, Jacob Daniels and Bobby Crawford Jr., two of the players on the court, as great offensive rebound. Pritzel took that in, missed the layup, but Mays there to tip it back in. And oh, beautiful up and under from Kilminster. As I was saying, two high school teammates, number 10, Jacob Daniels, number 11, Bobby Crawford Jr. High school together, now playing in college together, both true freshmen together. Really cool thing to see. And there is Leonard. Like I said, Leonard, the big time player. I think that's going to be a foul on number 14, Dominic Eason. So Lander inbound it. I take that back. The foul is on Cullen, Seth Cullen, number 13. Crawford Jr., number 11, the tallest player on the court for the Bearcats. Beautiful feed. Pritzel trying to find that extra pass out to Daniels in the corner. Just a bit errant. Bobby Crawford, as I was saying, biggest man on the team really for the Lander Bearcats that plays, 6'8". So I guess whereas Mays has been playing a bit of the, has been the 5 for the whole season, Crawford gonna be the 5 today. Poked out, Terry Leonard Jr. playing some good on ball, but his last off of Terry. Coach Ron Fadula for the USC Beaufort Sand Sharks calling out some plays. And the shot, Kilminster trying another three. He's 0 for 2 from beyond the arc right now to start this game off. As I said, both teams love to shoot the three. Pritzel with a three of his own. Rebounded by Eason. Eason, like I said, the man for USC Beaufort. The guy to watch. Good little jumper there from Price. Pritzl up the court. And Jacob Daniels driving in a beautiful little floater there. Daniels had to adjust a bit to the college game, but one thing you cannot take away from him, he is an excellent on-ball defender. I mean, tenacious, gritty, just everything you want in an on-ball defender. As the shot fake by Kilminster got Crawford off his feet, and one for Price. The pump fake from Kilminster got Crawford off his feet. Kilminster drove, missed the shot, but Price managed to get the offensive board. And that's going to be a huge thing. Lander has to out-rebound. Lander has to rebound the ball. Both teams do. It's important. As I'm going to be telling you all season long, Boardman gets paid. That looked a bit wonky, but it turned out all right. Beaufort has been losing the rebound battle for the most part in most of their games, -4, -11, -12. Lander has also been losing ever since the Erskine game where they out-rebounded Erskine by 28, -4, -6, -5. They've got to start rebounding the ball at a high level. Excellent feeds here, but the shot missed. And the three in and out from Platuna. And that's Cannaville, I think. Dylan Cannaville into the game. And Cannaville was the one that also got the board. And we're going to have a media timeout here to talk things through. And we will be right back here for this Peach Belt Network broadcast. And here we are back for this Peach Belt Network broadcast. Sorry, the mic was in my face. Too far in my face. Let me adjust that real quick. And we're out of this timeout here. We have some free throws here. The foul on Platuna, his first. And up to the line, Dylan Cannaville. And I think another thing to point out here is USCB's tallest player is number 7, Aiden Fitzgerald at 6'8". Then they're kind of undersized here. Eason, 6'7", but then you kind of go down to 6'4", as Cannaville makes his first. Another thing to point out here, USC Beaufort only has 9 available players. So, Lander has a deep bench, and Coach Omar Watad not afraid to go to it. Could that be the difference here today? Just the overall freshness that Lander is going to be able to keep their players up. Whereas UC Beaufort, you're going to have to constantly rotate, constantly switch in and out. And that could get in your head. That could, tire you out even a bit more. Terry Leonard Jr. playing some excellent defense here on Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, much taller than Leonard. And then Price losing the ball out of bounds. It's going to be Lander ball. And something to point out to start this game, which is quite interesting, keeping my eye, is that, you know, USC Beaufort's come out, done what we expected. 1 for 5 from 3. They're shooting the 3. And that's an and one! Dylan Canival finishing at the basket. And he has a chance for a 3-point play. And like I was saying, USC Beaufort's come out and done what we expected. 1 for 5 from the 3-point line. Landers only shot 1 to start this game here, 5 minutes in. I would have expected a few more, but Lander being extremely, what's the word I'm looking for? Determined to find good shots and not just force up threes as Canival completes the and one. Drive and kick, and ooh, that's number 22, Platuna, going up. For a second, I thought he was going to slam that down. Didn't, though. Laid it up, laid it in. And UC Beaufort playing high up the court. And Tringone very good. Beautiful. Oh, Leonard misses the reverse layup at Canival there to tip it back in. And Tringone is the player. He's very much like Mays. He does a lot of things that you don't see on a box score. As a deep 3 from Kilminster, USC Beaufort not afraid to pull it from deep. That was about a 33-footer probably. But the ball out of play. And like I was saying, Tringone excellent at that high screen at the top of the key, so be expecting that. He's excellent at being able to get contact on that and free up a bit of space for the shooters and the cutters for Lander. Jacob Daniels driving it in, misses, gets the board and the putback. Jacob Daniels, excellent show there. Kilminster tries to do a little dummy. Canival takes it right from him, though. Daniels, contact on the layup. Canival fighting for the board, gets it, muscling in, layup. Timeout, USC Beaufort. Lander up 19-10. And we'll step aside here on the Peach Belt Network. And we're back from that timeout. Peach Belt Network broadcasting Lander versus USCB basketball. Lander jumping out here to a 19-10 lead early in the first half. Off of Dylan Canival. 9 in the first half here, the first 10 minutes. And 3 boards. Kilminster working on the baseline. Platuna manages to save it. And Lander so far out-rebounding 9-4. And ball, excellent ball movement, but Platuna just missed the entire rim. And can you guess who gets the board? Dylan Canival. And then going in, forcing his way into the paint and laying it up and in. Dylan Canival with 11 to start this game. And deep 3 in and out. Fitzgerald and USCB is scoreless in the last minute 50. And that's going to be an offensive foul. I think that's on 23, Dylan Canival. He's on the box score today, folks. But as I was saying, Lander on an 8-0 run in the last 2 minutes, 13-3 run in the last 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes really. USCB scoreless in the last 2 minutes. They've got to hope and pray that some of these start falling. They've also got to start rebounding. Lander 11 to 4. 4 offensive rebounds, 7 defensive rebounds. USCB 2 and 2. And Dominic Eason, top of the key. Beautiful pass. And he made the 3, but Eatman was on the line. And that's a turnover. 3rd turnover of the game for USCB. And you can't do that. That's a free 3 points that you just missed out on because you didn't know where your foot was. Terry Leonard Jr. yet to score here. Bit unusual for him, but I don't think he's going to care much as long as they're winning the basketball game. Antoine Weber, fresh into the game. And Weber, rejected at the basket, number 14, Dominic Eason. And then Adair, fresh into the game for USCB, tries a contested 3-pointer, missed it. Jacob Daniels, and 1! Finishing with contact at the rim, putting it in, and 1. And we're gonna have immediate timeout. Lander jumping out to a very hot start. And we will be right back here on the Peach Belt Network. We are back here, Peach Belt Network, broadcasting men's basketball. Lander University has a 23-10 lead on USC Beaufort, and a chance to make it one more for Jacob Daniels after that and 1. Lander is hot to start this game, 10-0 run in the last 3 minutes, 15-3 run in the last 4.5 minutes, and USCB is scoreless in the last 3 minutes of this basketball game. Leading the way, Dylan Cannibal, 11 points, 4 rebounds, and a steal. Over on the other side, USC Beaufort, 1 for 8 from the 3-point line. Daniels not able to complete the and 1. Kilminster's had the ball in his hands a lot here to start this game. I'm a bit surprised by that. Dominic Eason has been the man, and that's Dominic right there, but he misses the shot. Cannibal with his 5th board of the game. Cannibal has just been absolutely everywhere for the Bearcats here to start the game. He's been playing fantastic ball this season. Tringon putting on some fancy moves. And look at Tringon. That looked a bit like Hakeem Olajuwon. And then Cannibal, the pass intended for Eatman, but Cannibal jumped the passing lane, and he's gonna bully his way into the post and hit it off the front rim. Tringon showing some fancy footwork there. And USC Beaufort has to answer back quick. And an excellent shot fake. The shot fake by Eatman got Daniels off his feet, but then the shot missed. And it's gonna be Lander ball. And Cannibal gets a well-deserved rest. Devon Mays back into this game. And Lander, again, I'm going to say it, they're out-rebounding him. And oh my goodness gracious, that was almost a highlight reel for Bobby Crawford Jr. The oop, but the slam was not there. All right, let me rephrase that actually as Dominic Eason with his first 3 of the game. Second 3 of the game for USC Beaufort. And maybe that's what they need to get this team alive. And Grayson Pritzel playing with time. And Jacob Daniels, manages to get it. Whoa, that was close. Almost a backcourt violation, and oh my gosh. Mays just bullied off his. Mark Weber, 3! Antoine Weber answers back the Eason 3, and then Weber diving for the ball. That's a steal and a reverse. Weber 5 points in about 5 seconds. The 3 to equal Eason, and he's got the ball again. Jump ball, possession Lander. Antoine Weber Jr. 5 points, 2 steals in the span of about 10 seconds. Call him Tracy McGrady. Call him Reggie Miller. Just don't call him broke. My goodness, what a play. What a series of plays by Antoine Weber. The 3 matching Eason's on the USC Beaufort offensive side of the ball. Then the steal and reverse. And then managing to win the jump ball for Lander. And the possession arrow pointing to Lander. So they will get the ball back here. Lander up 30 to 13 here. Across the halfway mark of the first half. And Navon Mays in the corner. Bang! Navon Mays. Lander is now 2 for 3 from beyond the arc. USC Beaufort tries to match it. Tipped out by Eason to Price. But the 3-pointer missed by Platuna. And that makes him 2 for 12. Foul and 1. Price getting the and 1 call. He will go to the line to try to convert the and 1 portion. But USC Beaufort 2 for 12 from beyond the arc. Lander 2 for 3. Price can't convert. The 2 and 1 attempts we've seen both miss the free throw. Jacob Daniels on the Lander side. Price on the USC Beaufort side. Great pass from Daniels. Excellent ball movement. And Daniels unfortunately can't make the Beaufort Sand Sharks pay. And then an over the back call on Bobby Crawford Jr. But that is excellent from Lander. Got an open look from Jacob Daniels from beyond the arc. But Daniels just couldn't sink it. Daniels getting his hand in there. Ball out. Ends up in Crawford's hands. Daniels with an excellent defensive play there. And look at that. High school connection. Jacob Daniels, Bobby Crawford Jr., and Crawford Phi slamma-jammas it home. And USC Beaufort won for their last 9 from 3. And Eason with another miss from the mid-range. At a foul on number 22, Platuna. Welcome back to the Peach Belt Network. Lander leading 35-15 here, 20 points on a 22-5 run. I apologize if my voice goes in and out. Kind of hurting right now. But the grind doesn't stop. Inbound from Daniels. Long ball, Antoine Weber. And he gets his own miss and puts it in. Jacob Daniels doing his best Josh Allen impression. And then, ooh, number 11, Kilminster, with an absolutely, he tried to be the same. You know, I was told Lander didn't have a football team, but that looked like a really great pass for me. Maybe we need to make one. And oh, great pressure there from USC Beaufort. Grayson Pritzel stepping on the line. Turnover. But Jacob Daniels, long ball to Weber. Weber missed the first, but went up, tipped his own miss back in. Kilminster with the ball. He struggled here. 2 points, 1 for 5 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3. Trying that little fake again, but Mays not confused. And I don't think he got that out, and either way, deflected by Crawford. And that's another fruitless attempt during this 29-7 run for Lander. USC Beaufort just can't get anything to fall in the hoop. Pritzel guarded closely by Kilminster. Trap coming. Pritzel manages to get it out. And I mean, Lander just leading in a lot of those stats that just show why they're up. Mays maybe should have gotten the and one, but gets the layup either way. Kilminster ahead. And great defense from Mays. Platuna wanted the foul. Jacob Daniels, layup in, and Lander storming away. 41-15, Lander Bearcats. Timeout USC Beaufort, and we'll be right back after another break here on the Peach Belt Network. Hello, and welcome back to the Peach Belt Network. Back to this men's basketball game. USC Beaufort desperate to get something going. Maybe this is it. Eason getting his tip at the rim. Fight for the ball. Mays tips it out. Weber. And that's just another fruitless possession for the USC Beaufort Sandsharks. Pritzel doesn't allow Lander to have a fruitless anything. 35-8 run. Lander. And Kilminster loses the ball. Is he on the line? No. Eason out. Eatman off the rim. Rebound Weber. And Weber, oh, Weber. But then the miss. Fitzgerald manages to get his own miss. Kilminster, bang. Kilminster from the top of the key. Trims this lead down a bit. But Beaufort's got to get some defense here. Terry Leonard. Oh, my. Terry Leonard lays it up. Jumper from about 14 feet after a beautiful cross. And Lander's still in dominant control of this basketball game. And good post play there. That's Cullen. Seth Cullen, his first shot and points of the night. Well, it's not really night. 4:30 here in Greenwood. Late afternoon? Not even late, afternoon. Either way, Pritzel dribbling the ball. Gets by his man. Tries to get it out, but reach and foul. I think that's on Kilminster. Let me check real quick. No, 20. Aiden Fitzgerald with the foul. And still, just looking at these stats, Lander out rebounding them 20-12, out assisting them 7-4, winning the turnover battle 4-9. Just looking at all these stats, 12 fast break points, 5 steals, 14 points off of turnovers. And a good shot, but look at that, Dylan Canival, and one! DYLAN, Dylan Canival, with another rebound, another score, and another chance for a 3-point play. And another one. Free throws being a bit of a problem here for both teams. At least the and one free throws. But layup counts. Ball played into the post. And oh no. Number 10, Cullen on the line. I think he was going to shoot that. I think he was going to pull that hard. But stepped on the line, out of bounds, out of play. Played to Jacob Daniels. Landers 6 for their last 7. I mean, all of them just hot right now. And oh, a little screen. Grayson Pritzel called for that one. Maybe that's something that the Sand Sharks can use down 27 to try to get Coach Watad a bit. Just want some clarification. Coach Watad known to be a bit hard, but an excellent coach for Lander, has really helped this program out a lot. And I mean, everyone that has played for Lander has a point. Antoine Weber has 7. Terry Leonard has 2. Jake Tringon has 2. Devon Mace has 7. Jacob Daniels has 8. Bobby Crawford has 4. Grayson Pritzel has 4. And leading the way, Dylan Canival has 13. I mean, just everything about this game is going Lander's way. They're having their way on the glass. They're having their way contested layups, jump shots. Everything for the Bearcats is going right. But can they keep this up? You got to remember, we're in the second half, or we're in the first half. There is 20 minutes of basketball to be played. But the USCB Sand Sharks have got to get something going. And I mean, realistically, you want to finish this out as quick as you possibly can and as good as you possibly can. If you're Lander, you want to stretch this as far as you possibly can. Get into the halftime up as much as you can. Bit of a full court pressure here. Price taking it in. Misses the layup, gets the foul call. Terry Leonard Jr. So Price will take 2. First one, sinks it. USC Beaufort 2 for 3 from the free throw line. And I think something to point out as we see this second free throw, nothing but net, is the percentages, okay? Okay, bear with me a bit. USC Beaufort, 8 for 28 for a total of 28%. 3 for 14 from 3. Speaking of threes, Terry Leonard, but another offensive board, Tringon. For a percent of 21%, USC Beaufort. I'm going to say that again, 3 for 14. Lander, 2 for 6 from 3. 21 for 33. And oh, that was ambitious. Dylan Canival wanted to go up and over, but he does get the foul call. So he will shoot 2. Lander, 2 for 6 from 3, 33%, 61% from the field. That is how you win a basketball game. And Canival leaves it short on the 2. So he will get another one. But you want to make these. I mean, free throws, there's a reason it's called free. It's free points. Canival makes a second. This full court pressure still by Lander. Wild pass up to Eaton. And an excellent pass. Dominic Eason in and out. Rebound Weber. Tipped by Mays, or Canival, excuse me. And Lander again. Tringon position. And one. Jake Tringon. Got an excellent position deep in the paint. Manages to get the layup to go, and he will shoot the free throw for the 3-point play. And it rolls in. Shooter's touch there. Tringon makes it Lander 51. USC Beaufort 22. And a trap here. And a foul on Antoine Weber, blocking foul. Is that free throws? I think so. Oh, nope, foul on Tringon, not Weber. Even Weber was confused. So that sends number 0, Jamaica Adair, to the line. His first free throws of the night. Misses on the 1-on-1. So USC Beaufort again gets nothing out of their possession. Terry Leonard ahead. Weber wide open. Misses, but again, Dylan Canival. Oh, and Canival travels. But he got that board. He went up and got that thing. Got that board. Both teams 1 for their last 4 from the 3-point line. Jacob Daniels being very aggressive right now, trying to win the ball back. Weber, Tringon, all fighting for it. Foul on Platuna, trying to win it back. Tringon and Weber, excellent hustle for the ball. And Jake Tringon going to go to the line. He shot 1 free throw, made it. He will get 2 here. And he misses the first. We've got 2.5 minutes here in the first half. 51-22, Lander leading. Jake Tringon trying to make that 52. 30-point lead if he can make it. And he does. Kilminster back into this game. Hasn't really had a great game yet, but that can all change. And that's an excellent feed from Kilminster in to Fitzgerald. And Tringon gets it over to Daniels. They got to move, Tringon. And they get it across the line. Terry Leonard, high, arcing, 3 ball. Terry Leonard Jr. First three-pointer of the game brings him up to 5 and makes the lead 31 as the foul will go on Dylan Canival. Coach Watad arguing that he didn't touch him, but the ref's call is the ref's call. And that will put Dominic Eason at the line. Eason 1 for 7 from the field. USC Beaufort just not having anyone really able to make their shots, at least not on a consistent basis. Eason makes his free throw though. We'll get the second. Coach Todd giving some instructions to his players. Eason makes the second. Landers still, oh my, what a pass. Jacob Daniels showing off the arm strength. Terry Leonard, little hop, step, jumper off the front of the iron, and Eason with the board. Kilminster trying to drive on Daniels, trying to post him up. Kilminster trying to feed it into Fitzgerald, but Fitzgerald misses the shot, excuse me. And Mays with the board. And that's something to point out again. Lander out rebounding USCB 26 to 13. But that's not good. Mays, turnover, Eason blocked! Dylan Canival rejected at the rim. Under a minute here in the first half. Jacob Daniels gonna slow it down. Dylan Canival skied high for that one. And oh, Jacob Daniels triples it off his foot, but gets it back. Down under 7. Daniels working. Tween. Layup, good. Jacob Daniels excellent at that contested layup. Gonna be his 10th point of the night. And now, USC Beaufort gonna hold for probably what would be the last shot, about a 1.5 difference in the shot clock and the game clock. Kilminster, excuse me. Looking for someone to get the ball to. Dominic Eason, time running down. Kilminster, front iron. Daniels long and off. But not off in total as Lander's gonna lead 57-26, 31-point game. Led by Dylan Canival, 14 points, out rebounding USCB 14-28. And we will be back after 15 minutes for this Peach Belt Network broadcast. Thank you for tuning in. Hello and welcome to second half Peach Belt Network men's basketball. Excuse me. I got a case of the burps right now. Lander University leading USCB 57-26. USCB has really struggled to score. Really struggled to do much of anything. 11 turnovers for the Sand Sharks. Lander only has 7. Lander out rebounding them 28-14. More steals. Same amount of blocks. Both have 1 block. Points off of turnovers 15-5. Points at the paint 40-12. I mean, percentage, USCB shooting 27% from the field. Lander shooting 60. 60 is an extremely high rate. That's crazy. Let's see if they can keep up here in the second half. Dominic Eason here, number 14, going to be a huge part if the Sand Sharks are trying to come back. Their leading scorer, and Eason double-teamed and loses it. Pritzel. And Leonard misses the 3, and Eason skies high for the board. Terry Leonard's three-pointer is a beauty to watch. It's high, arcing, very fun. And, ooh, and 1. Kayvon Price finishing at the rim. He has a chance at a 3-point play. And he converts. 3-point play there from Kayvon Price. Mays got to inbound it. Price gets his hand in there, knocks it out. It'll still be Lander ball. Daniels manages to dribble out of the trap. And Lander hasn't really, they really shoot a lot of threes most games. I promise, for anyone that watches knows. As Bobby Crawford in the paint, just a little hard. But tonight, only shooting 9 threes, 3 for 9. USC Beaufort is 3 for 16. For anyone that can do math, that's 18%. The miss by Seth Cullen out to Kilminster, misses the 3. That's another 3 missed. Crawford comes down with the board. And USC Beaufort's scoring struggles continue here to start off the second half. Grayson Pritzel, they're going to say that he dragged that pivot foot, that left foot. I didn't really see it. Pritzel trying to get some clarification. Ref walking away. Sometimes the ref too busy to talk to you. Kilminster just missed the 3 on the other end. He's going to try for a floater, a very hard contested floater. Crawford, Kilminster again, finally hits his second 3. That'll make him 2 for 6. And oh, foul, Devon Mays. Mays fouled after an errant dribble, managed to get the ball back, but then fouled. So it will stay Lander possession. Lander trying to stretch this lead out again. They had it up to about 31. It's the highest it's been. Jacob Daniels driving in. Charge! Kilminster drawing the charge on Jacob Daniels. That will be Daniels' second foul of the day, and he will take a seat. Daniels having a good game, 10 points, 5 for 9 from the field. 3 boards, 3 assists, a steal, but also those 2 personal fouls. So he's going to sit down. Coach Wassad deciding he wants to keep him for later. And Kilminster gets the blocking foul on Antoine Weber. And Kilminster seems to really want to control the ball, control the offense. He's the one holding the ball. Makes you wonder a bit. He is averaging 10 on the season. Some excellent ball movement by USC Beaufort. But then missed throw by Platuna. Not had a great game, Platuna. It's going to be his second turnover of the game. Tringon gets it into Pritzel. Trapped. Heavy pressure from Beaufort. But Lander manages to get out of it. And now Dylan Canival gets the shot to fall. Dylan Canival, young man, take a bow. 16 points and almost got a steal. Did get a steal. Tringon up head to Pritzel. Pritzel up, Leonard missed. Tringon off its board. Grayson Pritzel, 3 misses. But a foul on the rebound attempt. I think that's on number 13, Cullen, dragging Tringon down. So Lander will keep possession of the ball. Leonard to inbound, but they can't get the board. The board, this is just not USC Beaufort's day, it appears. Eason tipping it out on the ball to Cannibal. USCB scoreless in the last minute and 47 seconds. That could change here. Price steals it from Pritzel, but then immediately turns the ball over to Antoine Weber. Terry Leonard, little Euro. Cannibal board, but can't get it to fall. Fitzgerald comes out for the ball with USC Beaufort. And then on the other end, he's gonna let it fly. Can't get it to fall. And Weber skies up for the board. Again, Lander just out-rebounding, and Pritzel. Oh my goodness. Grayson Pritzel with a beautiful up and under. Rockabye baby, put him to sleep. And Pritzel muscled off Platuna. Pushing Pritzel off of him. Pritzel stuck in the corner, but gets it out. Lander, very good at passing. That's one thing that I haven't been able to touch on as much today. Excellent ball movement for the Bearcats this year. Dylan Cannibal getting the call. The foul is going to go on Kilminster. That will be his first personal foul of the game. And we're going to have a media timeout. Lander up 61-33. 15 minutes left in this one. We'll be right back on the Peach Belt Network. Welcome back to the Peach Belt Network. We're broadcasting Lander University men's basketball. Lander dominating this game, 61-33. USC Beaufort shooting 27%. Just not having a great game on the offensive side of the of the game. Lander, on the other hand, shooting over 60%. That's going to hurt it, though. Terry Leonard. And one. And one attempt. Seth Cullen. Pritzl not at all happy with that call. Trying to get an explanation from the ref. I don't think he's going to like it. Cullen at the line attempting to make this a three-point play. Let's see if he can convert. And he can. Lander 1 for their last 6 from behind the arc. Going up ahead, Weber. Bang! Dylan Canival. Weber with the alley, Canival with the oop. And that's Eatman makes the 3, but he was standing out of bounds. Another turnover for the USC Beaufort Sand Sharks. And Lander in firm control right now. And Trigon, free lane to the rim, opts instead for a Weber 3. Antoine Weber Jr. up to 10 points off of 2 threes. And Lander is shooting the absolute daylight out of the ball right now. Excellent drive, post play by Fitzgerald. That brings him to 7, tied with Kayvon Price for the lead. Ow! Dylan Canival is flying high right now. Living above the rim. That's another slam. And the answer by Eatman goes up short. Pritzl with the board. Pritzl down the court. Jacob Daniels, 3! Lander exploding here in the last 3 minutes. Fitzgerald tries to answer back. Miss Weber, board. Up to Trigon. Trigon, easy lay. And Lander scoring at will at the moment. And USC Beaufort, Cullen off the front of the rim. Price trying to work in the paint. Finally, Kayvon Price gets it in. Injury timeout for Weber. And Lander just absolutely shooting the lights out of the ball. 33% from the three-point line, 60% from the field. And we will be right back here on the Peach Belt Network. And after a quick check by the refs trying to see if that was a flagrant foul, the decision is no. No flagrant. And so we're back here on the Peach Belt Network. Lander exploding. 6 for their last 7. USCB can't answer. 1 for their last 4, 1 for their last 10 from behind the arc. And it's 73-40 here in Greenwood. Jacob Daniels wanted that play off of the inbound where he throws the ball up, almost looking like a quarterback. Tringon, Cannibal, sorry, I'll get back to that thought in 1 second. Cannibal with the board, taken away by Platuna. Daniels and Weber have run that play twice where he throws the ball up like a quarterback. And the alley, no slam by Cullen. But Jacob Daniels and Antoine Weber have done that several times today where they throw the ball up and Weber just has a free lane to the basket. That one was covered though. And Dylan Cannibal, been the man for Lander today, and he keeps being the man, and 1. Dylan Cannibal is feeling himself today. Chance at a 3-point play, and we will be right back after these messages. Welcome back to Peach Belt Basketball here on the Peach Belt Network. Lander University currently dominating the USC Beaufort Sand Sharks. Dylan Cannibal, 22 points, looking for his 23rd here on the and 1 attempt. 7 rebounds, 3 steals, all block. I mean, he's done it all today. Lander has done it all today. 38% from the 3, 58% from the field. That's crazy. That's crazy numbers. USCB only shooting 32% from the field, 14% from 3. Cannibal not able to sink the free throw and complete the 3-point play, but 14% from 3, 3 for 21. You're not going to win if that's the percentages you're doing. Beautifully covered there, Dylan Cannibal. And Tringon, hand in the face of Eason. Ball out. It's going to stay USCB ball. Tringon played excellent defense there on Dominic Eason, who has not been able to get anything going today. 5 points, 1 for 8 from the field, 1 for 3 from 3. Kayvon Price trying to get something going. Foul and 1. Kayvon Price, the leading scorer for the Sand Sharks today, looking for his 15th point. He's been about the only one able to convert on the court. But he can't make that one, and skying high is the record man, Dylan Cannibal. Cannibal just, I mean, kind of doing what he wants at this point entering the game. Weber into Tringon. Tringon got position and manages to get the little baby hook. And so it is 77-44, Lander University leading. That's going to be a foul, blocking foul. Foul is going to be on Grayson Pritzel. Grayson has had a decent game, 6 points, 3 for 6 from the field, hasn't made a three, but 4 assists, 2 boards. Kayvon Price continues his excellent day, scoring again. Lander gets it ahead. Oh! Tringon and Cannibal wanted to go for another one. Looking like Phi Slamma Jamma. 1981 Houston out here. But Tringon put it a little high. And Dylan Cannibals, 6'6" frame, could not reach it. Halfway here through the second half. Lander firmly in control of this one. Platuna, back out to Price. Price gonna attempt a three and sink it. Kayvon Price, 17 points. Coach Watad not happy on the sideline, but he has to be happy about that one. Antoine Weber with an excellent drive and finish. And Lander just keeps on putting the ball in the bucket. And USC Beaufort is relying on one man, Kayvon Price, to match every score by the Bearcats. Dominic Eason working on Leonard. Helped by Daniels. Back out to Price. Tringon gets his hand up, and Price, with his first miss in a little while, Mays ends up with the ball. But the thing to note, USCB is still 1 for their last 10 from the three-point line. It's going to be Lander ball. And then, there it is again. And oh, I thought that looked like a bit of a push. Terry Leonard instead of Weber that time. 3-point miss. Eason, offensive board and one. Jacob Daniels throwing it as far as he can down the court. Instead of Weber, this time it was Terry Leonard, but Leonard, I think, tripped, it appeared, and missed the layup on the other end of the court. Dominic Eason getting the offensive board and putting it in for an and one attempt chance at a three-point play. Eason able to convert. And Daniels with an excellent find up ahead. Weber finishes at the bucket. Jacob Daniels, what a pass. And that's number 0, Jamaica Adair. full court pressure by Beaufort. And what a find. Daniels again. This time finding number 5, Navon Mays, for the easy layup. And Trigon with some excellent hands and then trying to reach for the ball. It's going to be USC B ball, though. And again, just looking at these numbers, Lander out-rebounding Beaufort 38-25 and leading 83-54 as we go into this media timeout. Don't go anywhere here on the Peach Belt Network. Welcome back, Peach Belt Network basketball. 8 minutes on the clock here. USC Beaufort with the ball. And Weber quickly changes that. Oh! Antoine Weber Jr. driven out of bounds. It's going to be a blocking foul on Cohen. Just about came over the table right where I'm sitting. Thankfully does not, but a napkin flying down. I'm going to need one of my teammates to get that. Either way, stays at the Lander possession. Weber in the corner, pump fake. And Lander's just been excellent driving and finishing at the basket. Terry Leonard doing it again once more. And USC Beaufort just doesn't have an answer. And I think Lander might have found an identity here today. I think that's the important thing. Throughout this season, Lander's been trying to find an identity, try to find what their offensive style was as Minster traveled. But I think their identity is proven today. You don't have to rely on the three. And Landers thus far has not, with 60 points in the paint. I mean, the majority of over half their points in the paint. And obviously you're not gonna, every game, gonna get 60 in the paint. But I think it shows you can. Speaking of threes though, Terry Leonard, that's not to say you can't shoot a three. And Terry Leonard will happily take that one. Miserrant pass by Adair. Daniels gonna pick it up, take off with it. Down under into Mays. Little reverse layup. Easy as you do it. Adair, ooh, pushing off a bit on Daniels, but no call. Fitzgerald passes up the open look for a more contested look from Kilminster. With the offensive board put in by Eatman. And then Eatman getting the ball, getting it to Kilminster, who just misses it again. Kilminster finally manages to get that one to fall. And timeout, Lander, 90-58 here in Finis Horne Arena. We will be right back here on the Peach Belt Network. Welcome back. Peach Belt Network broadcasting men's basketball. Lander University is in dominant control, winning this game in dominant fashion. 90-58 so far. And this comeback would go down in the ages if the Sand Sharks somehow pulled it out. But it's looking bleary for them at this point. 6 minutes to go. Person I want to point out personally is Dylan Cannavale. 22 points, 9 boards, 3 steals, a block, and countless things that you don't see on a box score. As Weber drives in, no foul. Dominic Eason on the other end. Mays tried to cut in, take it from him, but Eason keeps it and puts the ball in the net. But Dylan Cannavale has absolutely been my man of the match as Terry Leonard puts the ball a little far, but Platuna could not make him pay. Weber, Terry Leonard wide open. You can't leave him open. He'll make you pay. Daniels with the swat, manages to put the ball out of play. Keeps the ball out of the paint. I apologize, I'm trying to get my live stats working, but you know, Wi-Fi is finicky, just not wanting to connect. So we will continue here. USC Beaufort trying to inbound the ball, they will get it in. And Kilminster just still continuing it. Just a lackluster day. 3 for 11, 1 for 7 from 3. Just not a great game. But you know who has had a great game? Dylan Cannavale getting the foul, and he'll go to the line for a pair of free throws. Cannavale making the first of 2. Over on the sideline, graduate assistant coach Sebastian Augustov barking out some orders. Shout out to Sebastian. Cannavale misses the second, but Weber skies high and puts it in. That's a foul. Jamaica Adair driving in. Misses the shot, but gets the foul call on Devon Mays. Up to the line to shoot some free throws. Makes the first of 2. He will make the second, putting the Sand Sharks up to 62 on the night. Terry Leonard driving, tried to get it up to Cannavale. Leonard tried to steal it back, but poked it out. And so USC Beaufort, Fitzgerald misses Bobby Crawford. Fitzgerald's down in pain. And the ref's gonna stop the play. He's clutching his face. Not entirely sure what happened, but hopefully he is okay. Seems to be up. We've got our live stats back. Dylan Cannavale, 23 points, 9 rebounds, 3 steals, 1 block. Jake Tringone also having a good game. 10 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Antoine Weber has 16 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Navon Mays, 11 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. Terry Leonard Jr. has 3 three-pointers for 13 points. Grayson Pritzel has 4 assists and 6 points. Bobby Crawford Jr. in limited time action, 13 minutes, has 4 points with 4 boards. And Jacob Daniels has 13 points with 7 assists, including some absolute dimes. Total, that's 46% from the 3, 7 for 15. And 61% from the field, 41 of 67. Lander out rebounding USCB, 42-28, 13 offensive boards for the Bearcats, 12 for the Sand Sharks. 29 defensive rebounds for the Bearcats and 16 for the Sand Sharks. 19 turnovers for the USCB and 15 for Lander. Fitzgerald will sit. Hopefully he is okay. He seems to be okay. But we continue on. Lander with possession of the ball. And I think, I'm not sure entirely what the call was, but either way, it goes against the Bearcats, who are 7 for their last 8 on the field, on the court, 4 for their last 5 from the 3. Kilminster loses the ball. And now look, Platuna loses the ball, up head to Crawford. Misses, but who else? Dylan Cannibal, offensive board, put back. And Lander at 98, one more basket, and they'll be at 100. And we've got some of the younger guys coming in next. Cannibal can't grab the board. Platuna finally with a big 3. 33-footer probably. That was number 10, Cullen, with the board. Jacob Daniels in the corner, trapped out ahead to Leonard. We're going to have I think that's a 4-way switch. Yes, I see 4 players at the check-in table. And Dylan Cannibal capping off an incredible night. 27 points, getting the Bearcats to 100, triple digits. As the layup from Adair is good. 2 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock. And Cannibal wanted another. And I think they're going to call offensive interference. Cannibal wanted another. My goodness, Dylan Cannibal, young man, take a bow. Honestly, all of the Bearcats take a bow. Absolute amazing game today from them. 27 points, 10 rebounds for Dylan Cannibal. And Adair wanted to go up for it. Breon steal. Absolute rejection at the net. Puts the ball back in his face. Out to Cullen. That's Eatman. Eatman, big time 3. Again, got some youngsters in. Dribbling the ball right now is Evans. Desmond Evans making a shot. It's good to see some of these young guys getting some minutes, getting some rub. Platuna, no dips it, but the miss rebounded by Devins. Evans up ahead. Puts it up for Breon steal. Breon can't get the and one, but gets the foul. Breon to the line to shoot 2. And that was a supposed alley-oop, but I'm gonna tell you right now, personal experience with Steele, he can get up there. Free throw a little bit hard. Coach Watad telling Steele, you know, hey, it's okay. This is your time. And that time he makes it. On the ball is number 20, Jaden Miller, another fan favorite, intramural ref. Managed to walk onto the team as Platuna gets the layup to fall. Went from the intramural courts to the main court. Great story to see. And he's going to take that. Heavily contested three. I don't know if that was the shot there, young man. But everyone in here wants to see Jaden get his. Honestly, see all these boys get theirs. Crawford can't keep Platuna from scoring. Oh, and Jaden Miller dribbled it off his own foot. Shot clock off. USC Beaufort can hold it if they want. I think they will. And yes, they will. 10 seconds. Your final score will be Lander 103, USC Beaufort 74. Dylan Cannibal leading the way with a career-high 27 points and 10 rebounds, double-double. If you stick around here for a bit, we will get an interview with Coach Woodside. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Coach Woodside, great game today for your Lander Bearcats. Great game today for your Bearcats. Dominating win. First thing I want to point out, the thing I love to point out the most, you out-rebounded 12 rebounds. What do you think led to that? How did you get your boys into the mental preparation to be able to dominate on the boards like they did tonight? First conference win here. How do you think this could change the trajectory of your season so far, just in conference play? Dylan Cannavale, that's a name that I said a lot here on the play-by-play. 27 points, 10 rebounds. I mean, just a career game for him. What do you think? How has he impressed you so far this season?
DC's all-conference caliber talent. Just has to have the mindset. I mean, he had 2 great practices, locked in, fully locked in, engaged. I should have played him more versus Columbus. I think I've done a good job this year with subbing and who should be in potentially in most games, but that's one I missed in a major way, and I should have played him more. So I told myself I'm going to make sure I do the right thing and get him in. And 27 and 10 is in 21 minutes. You know, it's special. He's a really good basketball player, an even better human being.
Absolutely. The other thing I want to point out. This is the lowest amount of three-pointers that your team attempted this season. Instead, you kind of seem to opt for more of a cut, try to get the ball in the paint, score in the paint. Was that something you came into today wanting to do, or is that something that just kind of how the game played out?
Just how it played out, man. We'll take what the defense gives us, and there was just a lot of paint opportunities, a lot of opportunities to get to the cup, and our guys played physically and played through contact and played off too, and shot faked them, got them up in the air. It started with Jake doing it, and we just kept doing it. As far as the shot fake, and yeah, I mean, it just kind of how it played out, man. I mean, I'll be happy when we shoot 30 threes. I'll be happy when we shoot 10 threes as long as they're the right shots.
And then the last thing I want to point out, USC Beaufort had 20 turnovers, which is high number, very good for the defense. But you guys also had 18 turnovers. So how in the future are you going to try to maybe focus on keeping the ball? Winning the turnover battle is always good, but 18 turnovers is still a pretty high number.
Right. Well, it was careless. I think so far on the year we're close to a 2-to-1 ratio assist to turnover, which is ridiculously good. Beaufort plays fast and they press a lot, and so it gets you sped up even when they don't create the turnover. If you're not passing and catching properly, you can turn it over. I'm still happy we were on the plus side of assist to turnover in that type of game, 21 to 18. Obviously, Ron and them, he's a phenomenal basketball coach. Their head coach there, and their staff is awesome too. But obviously, I don't think they were ready for us to come press them and stuff. And we got after it a little bit, and that helped. And then in the half, I thought we did a good job shrinking in the gaps and cutting off drives for the most part. Which they forced some turnovers that way as well.
Absolutely. Great game, Coach. Look forward to your next one.